Hey, Jim Duncan with Agent Genius here, thinking about politics and specifically H.R. 554, which is a bill that is really cresting on the coattails of the transparency movement, which has been making its way through American politics and culture for the last couple of years. It is one that would require bills to be online for 72 hours and accessible to the public for their perusal and their study and their edification prior to being voted on by Congress. And try as I might, I cannot find a reasonable or viable rationale for Congress to vote against this. And so I'm looking forward to people getting on the stick and voting for this bill. Whenever I'm looking at something like this, I try to find the arguments against it. Why would I not want members of the public to see what's happening in Congress and put myself in congressman's shoes? And there just is not one. And maybe it's just because I'm too honest or I'm too open with my thoughts, but I can't see any reason why members of Congress would want to keep the public, those who allegedly put them in office, from seeing what's happening behind the closed doors of Congress. So think about it. H.R. 554 is a bill that's making its way, and my suggestion is this. If you know your congressman, get in touch with me. I'm going to contact mine, so I'm not a hypocrite here in this video. And the great thing is that he's accessible via Twitter, Facebook, and a phone. And let him know my thoughts and find out whether he's going to vote for or against it. And if he's going to vote against it, respectfully have a disagreement with him. I want to talk about also the Read the Bill that's making its way through and speak against the bill. I just don't think it's reasonable or feasible for members of Congress to, one, say that they're going to vote for the bill, or two, actually read the whole thing. There's no way that the members of Congress are going to read each and every bill that comes across their desks. It just ain't going to happen. There are so many hundreds of bills that are out there that they have to decide whether they're going to put their weight behind, that they're just not going to read it. So I think that advocating for that would be a waste of time, effort, and energy, because they're just not going to. It's not going to happen, and it's not reasonable to expect them to. And finally, I just want to say, going forward in this experiment that we're doing, I'm going to speak more towards education and political news, because when you think about it, everything happens in Congress, and it's all very dangerous. It's dangerous when they're in office, and it's dangerous when we are ignoring them. Always saying that somebody else is going to deal with it is a scary, scary proposition. So think about this as I close. Complacency and apathy are the enemies of democracy, and they're the friends of lobbyists and those in power. So please give me your comments.